Hey, this is my first attempt at making a YouTube video, but I wanted to show everybody my new ugly drum smoker I just built. Been working on it for about 2 weeks. I started with a smooth side 55-gallon drum that I found. Right over there is one that's what it looked like when I started. And here's the finished product. I'm not really completely done with it yet, but for the most part I am. But wanted to point out a few things. I welded on some pieces of angle down here with the with casters on them. I put 4 of them all the way around. And then if you'll notice here on the side, I come in and put 3 3/4 inch nipples, 2 of which I have caps on. And then this one right here, I ran a 24 inch 3/4 inch pipe up out of a 90 degree, out of a 90. And then I stepped it up to 1 1/4 inch ball valve, brass ball valve, because I wanted to use my guru. I wanted to use my barbecue guru. So I had to take a reducer here. I didn't have the fitting for it, so I took a reducer and I ground out the inside of the threads right here. Just stay on it right there. That way my fan would fit right down in there, nice and snug. And then I just took a little angle bracket and I zip screwed it to the side and put a hose clamp on it to make everything nice and stable. And of course, as you can see, I hung my DigiQ right here on the side. I ordered a Tailtrue thermometer. That was probably one of the most expensive items I put on there, but I wanted a good thermometer. It was about 40 bucks. And then I took a piece of 3/4 inch plywood and routed around the edges of it, recessed the screws, and I actually have it mounted, believe it or not, on just an old bracket that you buy from Lowe's to hang stuff on, hang extension cords. I just took and bent it out and screwed it on, and it works quite well. Of course, I got a little hook over here to hang my brush on. This lid I found off of a just an old kettle grill that I had sitting outside that was rusted away. I believe it looks like a Uniflame brand, and it didn't quite fit right. So I took and right here, this is the original ring off the flat lid of the drum, and I just took and welded this lid. I cut out the center of the original drum lid and welded this lid onto that so it would have a nice snug fit. I took a piece of 1/4 inch all thread, and this is actually the handle off of a welding slag hammer. I just cut the weld, slid it up on the all thread, put some nuts on it, bent it, drilled me a couple holes. It makes a nice stable handle. I'm sure everybody's wondering what that is. If you'll come around the back here and look, that's the original slide vent that comes on the lid. Well, it was going to allow smoke to come up here on my handle. So this is actually a piece of an old coffee can I cut out. It's kind of jerry-rigged, but I used it as it made a deflector so it would run the smoke out the back. So now I can lift this lid off, and using the original handle, I put me a hook out here on the side, and I can just neatly hang the lid off the side like that. And of course, as most people know that have built an ugly drum smoker, this is a Weber 22.5 inch replacement grill that you can buy at Lowe's. I put one right at the used 1 1/4 inch 1 1/4 inch screw, machine screws and nuts, and I put 4 of them around. And as you can see, I put these right at the top rim, And then I dropped down 6 inches and put some more, a set of more of them. That way, I have a second grill in here. Well, I didn't want my heat coming right off my coals directly on my food. So, I built a deflector. My wife bought for me a 17-inch perforated pizza pan. Let me get this out here. And I took some small all thread and just run it through the holes that's in the pizza pan. As you can see, I've cooked on it already. And I run it through the holes on the pizza pan and just run these. These are 1 foot, I think number 8 or number 10 all thread. Just run the nuts up here, put some washers on it, some little lock washers, and it works great. If you'll notice right over here, this little thing right here, you're probably wondering what that is. My thermometer was sticking in about 3 or 4 inches. The probe was right here. So it was creating a problem putting this in here. So I went in here and just cut this little section out, and this is just to stabilize it after I cut that so it would go in easily. And then this is what heats it. This is my charcoal basket, which fits in here quite tight, so you kind of got to work it down in there. But anyway, I took just some expanded metal. This bottom that holds the charcoal is the small Weber replacement charcoal grill that you can buy right beside those at Lowe's. And then I took a piece of 1/16 inch steel, just cut out a circle, welded some 1 inch steel around the edge as an ash pan. I just welded some bolts on the bottom here as legs to keep it up off the bottom of the barrel. And then I put some more bolts in here to hold this up off of, so it gives room for the ash to fall through. And then this is just a small stainless piece of chain that I bought so I could pick it up and lower it down in there. So, but that's my new drum. Hope everybody likes it. It cooks like a dream. We cooked on it this past weekend for the first time, and it does a wonderful job. So if you haven't built one of these, I highly recommend it. You can send me some messages there on YouTube if you have any questions, or you can look on other websites. Just look up Ugly Drum Smokers. These things work like a charm. I got maybe $175, $200 at the most in this thing. So, all right, that's it.